of the biggest challenges Wyoming and I have faced together is the trailer. Over the years I've had her, I've worked with mostly natural horsemanship and direct pressure to see if I can get her working on the trailer. More recently, I've started working with guiding her instead of driving, and indirect pressure versus direct pressure. Here you've been watching me put a feel on the halter, and I'm looking to see if she'll begin to follow my feel. I'm not driving her in any way right now. What I want most from her is connection and being present with me. That's even more important than if she gets on the trailer or not. Something I discovered recently about this overachiever horse is she will try to figure out what I'm going to ask, do it before I even get a chance to fully ask her to do it, all to avoid connection. This is because she doesn't fully trust me. In the past, the training tools I had really depended on tapping into her flight mode and even her fear center in order to get her to cooperate. This means that now when I have her on halter and we're going to work, she has to brace herself mentally and physically for what might be coming next. Right here, you'll notice I'm just giving her a moment and reassuring her that she's doing great, that I don't expect anything else of her but to stay present with me. Many of us have heard about the idea of making the wrong thing difficult and the right thing easy. Unfortunately, that sometimes ends up looking to the horse like the right thing is scary and the wrong thing is really scary. So with driving pressure, in the past, Wyoming learned that being on the trailer she finds scary, and being off the trailer she finds a lot of pressure. I'm hoping to make the whole process feel better for her, even the parts outside the trailer. You've noticed me moving her around a fair amount outside the trailer. This has not been to make her work outside the trailer harder. It's been to try to connect us with that lead rope and get her to know that if she stays with me, keeps her thoughts present, she'll actually feel better, that this can be a place of calm. I don't even want her to just blast onto the trailer. I want to have her go partway on sometimes, all the way on, and I want to ask her to come back out. I really want her engaged in whatever my request is, not just jumping ahead and trying to figure out, if I get on the trailer, can we be done with this? I want her to participate with me. The beauty about this kind of work is as I get her to understand that engaging with me is a good thing and it feels good, we're not only working on trailer loading right now, anything we do together is going to be improved from this kind of connecting work where I'm asking her to stay mentally soft. Here things begin to loosen up and she's getting on much more connected and getting off much more softly. So try again. And you see I set my flag down because I don't really need it for this kind of work. And she's engaged enough to where I don't need to create an indirect pressure to get her attention, which I could have needed the flag to do. Here you see I'm working on a little bit of brace, asking her to just roll back and forward. There we go, a little back. I'm just trying to grease up the wheels a little bit to get her to softly be able to step on. And then you'll see me ask her to come off right there. With this kind of work, I want my horse's thoughts engaged. So here, I'm going to wait for her to make a decision and thank her for coming forward. And then I'm going to put some feel on that rope and ask her again to make a decision to move forward. And here I'm going to continue to try to bring her thoughts to going forward into that trailer. A fair way into this work, I found she started to get a little stuck. What I think was happening is she's been in and out of the trailer, and so she's wondering, why are we still doing this, and did she get it right, or is there something she's missing? The entire session, which I abridged some of it here just to give you the highlights, was only about 25 minutes. So it wasn't a really long session. Certainly not too long for her to stay connected. Right there, as she pulls her head down, she's trying to disconnect from me. And I ask her to stay with me. I want her to stay connected. So I ask her to go ahead and step up. And then here I'm going to ask her to step back. Great. That's nice and soft. Then step back up. She's trying to disconnect. She's checked out the ramp plenty. That is a disconnection attempt, not just that she needs to check out the ramp. What I'm doing at this point is slowing the process down where I'm only asking her to go on partially and then back up. I want to have that amount of connection with her where she is not just going on or going off, but that she'll go on as far as I ask her to go on, and she'll come on back off, and then I can ask her to go back on, and that time all the way. Really nice. And a soft back up too, which is great. In between some of these cuts, I've just given her a moment to walk around. So this is one more attempt where you can see I'm asking her again to be able to go backwards and forwards. And I'm waiting on her to think about moving forward. I'm not just going to add pressure. Nice choice. And that way she goes right up. Nice. This was the first trailer loading session I've done with Wyoming since I began working with her in more of a guiding versus driving paradigm. And I'm really pleased with how well it went. In fact, I haven't worked on putting this mare on the trailer in probably 6 to 8 months. I hope that this process will build and make her feel more safe inside and outside the trailer and more willing to trust me that I have her best interests in mind and that she can get on that trailer and we can eventually turn it into the adventure box and she can start to have more adventures. Thanks for watching, and we'll keep you posted on how it goes. See you next time.